inexpensive.
Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti.
It's 100.
It's $100.
Okay,
I don't
that'll
know how much
that'll
this
work fine.
was. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
imagine it's not.
What color is it?
I mean, it's black. It's not.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
What's the
Speaking
other?
of that, Kevin, I started listening back to our lasso stuff. I am super fucking blown out.
Yeah, I've made some adjustments since then.
Okay.
In Discord, I had a bunch of you guys raised up for some reason, so I lowered everyone back down to normal.
Alright.
Because I think at one point Discord was being weird and like had people at different levels, or people had bad mics. I think so. I had to boost people up and stuff.
You guys' mics come with arms, or do I have to get that separately?
No, this arm was like $20 on Amazon or something.
Mine was separate.
Okay.
Kevin and I have the same arm.
So does Christine. I mean, but and then the Blue Yeti stand just comes with this little like desk tripod. It works fine. Yeah, it comes with that.
I'll probably get, because I actually have a spot that'll actually work really good for a clamp, like right over here on one side of my desk over here. So I might just go with the arm.
Yeah, I mean, I like the arm because it also
Kevin. Apparently, Nat just came in and told me we're coming.
What?
Our audio's coming.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hi guys. That failed. Hold on.
I wish I could use an arm.
Oh, well!
corrected.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the VGRCast, our weekly podcast about anything and everything in between. This week, I am joined by my lovely friends Christine, Ryan, Monica, Mike, and Steve.
Just
My
friends.
name's Kevin, and welcome to the show.
I'm always last.
That's because that's the circle. I just go in the circle. Maybe
Fair enough.
maybe next time I'll go opposite order. Okay.
Okay.
Insert your
And technically,
dongle.
technically, I'm last. You frickin' dongle.
You're a dongle.
That's gonna be the best insult ever.
Dongleberry?
You frickin' dongle.
Now we just sound Canadian. And for I don't
Oh,
know
you
why that
freaking
sounds
dongle?
Canadian.
Let's just
You
bring back.
freaking dongle.
Let's just bring back shiz now.
Can we
shit,
not
no.
do that?
Dirty
Dirty
shiz.
You are a
dongle.
dirty shiz now.
And they're off in Rooster Teeth land again.
Oh,
Watch
right.
red versus blue.
15 seconds in.
Red, you would like Red versus Blue. It's Halo.
I've watched Red versus Blue.
I'm super
I've-
fucking pale. What the hell?
No, you're fine on stream. It's fine.
Okay.
It's cold.
I am
Fuck this.
unapologetically
Yeah, it's cold.
wearing my Snuggie from 10 years ago because I am.
Right
It
now
is
it's
the
13 degrees outside. This
Yeah, but,
is
like-
the warmest it's been in the past like 3 fucking days.
Last Sunday it was like
Warm.
negative 14 at one point on my phone. It said, "Hey,
Yeah.
Chris,
Hi,
It's
Chris.
literally. I think it's.
what are
it's
those
literally-
adorable things?"
The highs on the
Yes,
surface
please.
of Mars are warmer than it is right now
Yeah.
here in the States.
For the people who have houses, how much shoveling have you had to do?
Too much.
Yeah. I said for the people who have houses, you fuck faces.
Well, I don't think we count because the HOA does all the shoveling for us. So
Oh, really?
finally an HOA that's actually
Lucky
worth something.
you.
I
Fuck
know.
you.
I got
Steve's
to
house is
shovel
also really
after
nice.
I got off of work.
Sucks,
Oh,
bro.
you come home, long day of baking
I had to
cakes.
shovel for 20 minutes just to make sure my driveway wasn't full of shit, fucking snow.
Oh, well,
20 minutes?
That's not bad.
Shh.
After work, yeah, that's a lot.
I've heard of some people having to do 3 hours over
My
the past weekend.
parents
Yeah.
Yeah.
being one of them.
Your parents also live on a corner, though.
If I ever live in like a house, I mean, I assume I will at some point. A house with a proper driveway. I am owning a snowblower. There's not even a
Always.
fucking
That's-
question.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Like my back, like I have a bad back, and I cannot take all that shoveling.
Oh.
Well, just be careful.
I mean,
Steve.
don't get me
If
wrong,
it's-
I mean, don't get
Three people who've played sousaphone before.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I've heard this statistic. You are much more likely to suffer a heart attack from shoveling snow than you are from slipping and falling because people aren't used to
Overexert.
putting that much physical effort into stuff.
BRB, go and shovel snow.
Ryan, that's the grass. I know.
It won't come up. The shovel keeps getting stuck on the dirt.
Oh man. But yeah, Steve, you got to look out because if you use a snowblower on like too little of snow, you'll get made fun of by your neighbor.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, okay. Well, if it's too little of snow, you can literally just push it off to the side with like one of those like bent shovels. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
It's like when it's like 6 inches of the really heavy wet stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's just blah.
Shovels?
You also got to
Yeah,
be
the
careful
ones
about
with
that,
the
though,
one-
because sometimes the snowblowers won't work.
Isn't
They'll
that
get
just
stuck.
a shovel?
No. It's
Yeah.
got they've got like a bend in the handle.
Yeah, but it's still a shovel.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Bent
Oh yeah, no, he's talking about it's just a shovel, but it's designed to be like pushed.
It will push, and it's
Yeah, it's a
also like it's supposed
Yeah,
to
it's
be
a
better for
shovel.
your back. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, a
bent
shovel.
What are we arguing about? We're saying the same thing.
Is it a shovel?
Welcome to
Well, what
my-
Arguing
Fine.
about agreeing.
Well, when you started, you were talking about it's got a bend in it. I'm like,
Yo,
Yeah,
if
that's a
there's
shovel.
if there's ever a tagline for this fucking podcast of what are we arguing about? We're saying the same thing.
All I
Kevin and
said
I
was
have gotten
yeah,
into fights like that before.
yeah, it's a bent shovel. That's like it's supposed to be better for your back than one of like the straight handles.
I think my dad had a
I guarantee you all of you have seen one before.
I
Probably.
have 2 of them.
no, I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's
Dude,
It's
just
a
being a
shovel.
little
It's a
shit is
shovel.
what I'm hearing right now. Guys are assholes.
It's just a shovel.
Hey, Christine, what game you playing?
Coloring.
Stop
Mm.
coloring. Oh, He threw her phone.
Oh my god.
Yeet.
No!
No.
Now she's reading.
Sorry.
You took my
Um,
phone away.
Fucking goddamn.
Are you assuming my
uh,
shovel's sexuality? Yeah, it's
Rolla.
bent.
Oh god, fuck you.
Oh,
Sorry, breaking news I just found on Twitter. They announced the second Sonic movie.
Yep,
Oh,
with
Well,
tails
no
in the
one.
logo.
I don't think anyone was surprised by that.
Yeah. It's
neat.
gonna be what? Hold on, what's the date? 2022 April.
Nice. I have
Anybody,
yet to see the first one.
No,
I
I've heard.
missed the first one.
I've heard.
nothing but
It's the
positive
most-
things about
Yeah.
it, though.
It's the most successful movie based on a video game.
That's depressing. Oh, I got a topic.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Well, no. It's tangential off of the. It's related to this. So let's finish up with the Sonic thing, and then we can.
Jesus
Yes.
fucking Christ.
So
I just heard that the
They-
Sonic movie was really good. That's it.
the Borderlands movie has been casting recently. Yes,
Yes,
there's
like
a Borderlands movie for those of you who didn't know.
There's also a
So-
Last of Us movie
Yeah,
or
it's,
TV
there's
show.
there's
for
just a big
HBO.
boomer, or a big boom of video game television movies coming out.
Now, see, I think Last of Us, from what little I know about it, could make a dope ass show. I'll watch
Yeah.
the fuck out of that.
Because the
I have
game is
never-
mostly just a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Borderlands is going to be a bit more difficult, and the casting choices are not making me. Or one casting choice in particular, they cast Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, which that's fine. I have no opinions on Jamie Lee Curtis.
I that check.
I think they cast Kate Mara. Who is Hela in Thor Ragnarok? Kate
I
Mara.
don't know.
No.
Really quick, Jersey Joe, go kick some ass in Smash Bros. I saw you playing earlier.
Who is it? Kate Blanchett got cast as Lilith, and
Oh.
that sounds fine. She's a bit older than what Lilith is supposed to be, but who gives a fuck? That can work out just fine. Now, the one that I'm having trouble with is they cast Kevin Hart.
Yes, as someone.
I want all of you who don't know, I want you to guess who they cast Kevin Hart as
For what
Right.
movie?
for the Borderlands movie.
That would require me to remember who. The
Yeah, I was
characters
about
in
to say,
Borderlands
Steve.
are.
They're not gonna know. I don't think.
Okay, that's fair.
Claptrap?
You
Siren.
are the
No,
Borderlands super fan here, Steve.
Well, that's fair, but I think most people he'd be a perfect claptrap because he's
Yes.
small, loud, and annoying. They cast him as Roland.
Wait, back
Yeah,
the fuck up.
Pretty sure there's a height requirement.
But not even that. That's like some grade A whitewashing shit. Like,
No, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's black.
played.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Not
sorry. I was
different
mixing
Kevin.
up.
not this
Thanks.
Kevin. Other Kevin.
It's me. It's me. I'm Roland.
Remember,
I know
Kevin
it.
Hart also played a fucking little white rabbit in The Secret Life of Pets.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
my brain was.
I like
mixing up
Kevin
actors
Hart.
in my head.
Who do you think it was?
Because
Like Kevin
Matt and I were
Smith.
talking about Adam Sandler's movies recently.
Oh, Kevin James.
I was thinking of Kevin James.
Kevin James as Roland.
Little heavy set to be rolling there.
I know, which is why I was like, "What the fuck?" But
So-
yeah,
Clark
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
know.
could just use the segue from Mall Cop.
I like Kevin Hart. Don't get me wrong, but I mean it's a bit of a stretch to see him as Roland.
Yeah, that's
Surprise,
Roland's
it's
kind of
not
a big dude.
Borderlands movie. It's Paul Blart 3.
Paul Blart, the boy.
But some
Paul
people are
Blart into the Borderlands.
so
Just
some
segue
people-
across the snow.
Some people are speculating that they're using him to get Dwayne Johnson in as Brick. So, which honestly, Dwayne Johnson would be fucking perfect as Brick.
No. If they end up randomly making a Borderlands 2 movie, I want to Dwayne Johnson as
Mr.
what-
Torg?
No, well, yes, but also I was thinking of I can't think of the fucking psychos in the DLC psycho.
Krieg.
Yes,
Krieg.
Krieg.
I like
Sorry,
Craig.
I'm just imagining Kevin James on his set and it's blasting. Hey, no, rest for the
Wicked. Money don't grow on trees.
I gotta lean a little bit forward.
The only way that the Kevin Hart casting works is if they put in a height joke in the movie at the very
They
beginning.
best put in
Yeah.
a height joke
That's
or
the
have him
only-
stand in a fucking
Otherwise,
milk
it's a
crate.
waste.
And honestly, Patrick, I kind of want like, I hope that the Borderlands movie isn't like taking itself too seriously because it's a Borderlands movie.
They can't. Otherwise,
It's not Borderlands.
yeah, exactly. It's a dark Borderlands at its heart, or at least is a dark comedy.
Yeah.
It's super murder happy, but it also doesn't take murder.
Funny.
If it's not rated, well, I guess they could probably get away with it not being rated R. But
Oh no, it'll probably be rated R.
They got away with Assassin's Creed not being rated R, so.
Yeah, but Assassin's Creed was terrible.
yeah, Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed never
Are
really
you
had
saying
any
this
like.
one's going to be good?
Hmm.
No,
I mean, the Sonic
okay,
movie was good.
I don't think Borderlands is going to be a good movie. That being said, I am going to see it no matter what because I love Borderlands.
What?
Now,
Wasn't
I'm
the
kind of
Hitman movie also PG-13?
What?
yeah, probably, but
The Hitman. Wait, weren't there like 2 Hitman movies?
There were
yeah, they
several, I
both
think.
sucked.
Yeah.
They
I'm kind of hoping they take like the plot in, like a different direction. Like, do any of you guys watch The Boys at all?
No.
No.
Don't tell me that.
it's
Don't
like,
tell. I want to watch it.
Oh no spoilers or anything, but like it's a story about like corporatized superheroes and like the boys, the of the name are basically spend their time trying to bring them down. I've also been reading the comics that it's based on, and the show and the comics are same basic premise but vastly different approaches to it.
Mm.
Like in the comics they have like
So kind of like all you
the,
need is kind of like yeah, all you need is kill. Versus like Edge of Tomorrow.
yeah, that's actually pretty much. But like
The concept
so
is
I'm
there,
hoping-
but completely different stories.
I'm hoping they do the same thing with the Borderlands movie because let's be honest here, the plot for the first Borderlands is fucking shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's something
not
that I just kind of rushed through almost.
Yeah, the plot for the first Borderlands movie is almost non-existent to the point where you can completely ignore it. Like
Yeah.
now, there is some great plot in the DLCs, but I don't think you can really base an entire movie around the DLCs.
Challenge
Um,
accepted.
Now, Borderlands 2 is a fucking different story, but so I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's good, but Kevin Hart is
maybe
rolling.
good, sometimes maybe shit.
What I was
yeah,
gonna say is
as-
that the Last of Us 2 TV show cast its Ellie. Oh,
Wait,
You mean just The Last of Us?
that's what I meant. Like the Last of
Yeah.
Us TV show cast its Ellie.
And
Ellie will be
it's
played by Game of Thrones actress
Lady-
Bella Ramsey,
AKA
who
Lady
played
Bear.
Lady Mormont.
Lady Mormon.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
you
bear.
had Maisie
Hello, Lady
Williams
Mormon.
right there.
Yes.
I love it.
Huh?
You had Maisie Williams right there, and you didn't go for it.
I don't know. I like this better.
Maisie?
I
mean,
think Maisie's a bit old for the role at this point.
Yeah.
Isn't Ellie supposed to be like a teenager?
No. Well, in the first game, she's
Late
like
teenager?
no, like
like
early
17 or
teens.
she's like
No,
13.
in the first one, she's like she's
13.
young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's a teenager at most, like 13 at most.
Actually,
Who's
let's
the
see.
one that you said they got cast for?
Oh, in the first.
Uh,
That's in the second one, she's 19.
Who was it that you
but
said
I
got
assume there's
cast?
a couple year gap in between the games.
Who was cast?
I don't know her name, but she plays Leanna Mormont in
her
the
name's
Ella
Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey.
yeah. She is
Ellie is
she is
14
the
in
second
the
queen
first-
of sass of Game of Thrones and was honestly the only tolerable part in season. Okay. There were some other good things, but she was a bright spot in season 8.
Ellie is 14 in the first Last of Us.
Yeah, I think Maisie Williams would be a bit too old for the role at this point.
Michael Fassbender was the one in Assassin's Creed.
I thought Assassin's Creed was fine.
Eh,
Nothing to call home about, but it was fine.
I don't know. We had to turn it off.
That's fair.
I fell asleep.
we didn't
during
turn it off.
so-
We just like
We just
You
forgot
fell. In
about
all
it.
fairness, you fall asleep during a lot of movies, so that's nothing different.
The best live action movie based on a video game that I've seen was Detective Pikachu. And even that was like a 6 out of 10.
I've never seen it.
I enjoyed Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
it was
fine.
fun.
It was fine. A 6
was
out
fun.
of 10 is a good score.
Honestly, just hearing Ryan, basically hearing Deadpool coming out of a small electric mouse is fucking great. So
I saw your entire thing about that, Mike, about how a 6 out of 10 is like for most people that's considered bad because when you think 6 out of 10, you think 60% D, but like on a critical scale, like a 6 out of 10 is like you're better than average.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
that's not a
6
bad
out of
review.
10 is a good score. It is a fine movie.
Yes.
But
6 out of 10 is fine. 7 out of 10 is okay. No, actually 5 out of 10 would be okay.
5
6,
out of 10 is average.
yeah, and then 6 would be fine. 7,
7's good. We'll go by the Mal scale. 7 is good. 8, very good. 9, great. 10, masterpiece.
fair enough.
but since we're talking about movies,
Yeah, what's Monica's movie of the week?
yeah. So my movie of the week is Sicario.
Yo,
I heard about that
Oh,
a while ago.
I think we fell
Name
asleep
rings a
during that.
bell.
no.
I know Chris Stuckman
it
had
was
it on his
boring.
best of the year when it came out.
In my opinion, it was boring.
Yeah, I mean, the basic concept, from what I could gather, is that it's about this FBI uh agent that gets brought in for busting Mexican drug cartels. I'm probably explaining it very poorly.
No, I mean
that-
that's about what I
correct.
remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and personally, I did not connect with it as much, but it is a very well crafted movie. And Nat and I discussing it afterwards, it's like, okay, I can see the craftsmanship in there. I can the different perspective of what they were trying to do, but it just wasn't something that clicked with me. But it may click with you.
I feel like that's kind of my thing with like Birdman. Like I can appreciate the cinematography and I can appreciate the cinematography and all the effort that went into making it look like one big long shot, but I didn't enjoy watching it. Like the plot was completely uninteresting.
See, as pretentious critic boy, Birdman was amazing for me. So-
Yeah, I did enjoy Birdman, but I did want to highlight that Sicario is directed by Denny Villeneuve, and that's oh yeah, I have an official logo now.
Oh, forgot about that.
Dennis Villeneuve.
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna agree with your statement on Sicario. Like, I can agree that it's a nice looking movie, well put together, but I just, again, like I just like you, it didn't really catch me. I wasn't really like invested in any of it, and I kind of felt it was boring at times.
Yeah, Denny Villeneuve is as Nat. Uh, he is a really good director. He's
There
Nat's
it is.
he's one of Nat's favorites.
What else
Because-
has he done?
So what else he has done is the thing that you guys would probably know off the top of your head was he was the one that directed the Blade Runner 20.
Ooh, dope! I'm already in. I love
Yeah,
2040. Blade Runner
he's
2049 was a great movie.
Yeah, and he's also directing the Dune movie that was supposed to come out last year, but it's coming out in April.
I need to like either read or figure out what the heck Dune is.
Yeah,
It's a classic fantasy series, but
I
violent.
thought it was more sci-fi than fantasy.
Was
but
it?
the
Am I thinking of?
but the movie that he's
It's
done
It's
that
sci-fi.
all you nerds will probably like, especially Steve, would be Arrival.
Oh yes. Sorry,
Just a second.
I like
Continue
Rival.
continue talking. I'll be right back.
Arrival, what I think, because Nat, that was the last of the Denis Villeneuve movies that Nat
sort of put
showed me, because he showed me that Sicario, Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049, and Arrival. And Arrival, I think, was the best one out of all of them. Would recommend to end that on a positive.
I don't know why that reminded me of this, but when you said Arrival, I just remembered I was reading the third volume of Chainsaw Man, and with every manga volume, it has like a little quote from the author, just whatever he wants to talk about. And the guy, all he said was, "I love Hereditary." I'm like, that's ominous.
I really want to watch Hereditary.
I heard that one's spooky.
Yeah,
I've heard
I'm
it
into
is a
spooky.
very horrifying movie.
Yes.
I'm into spookies. So
Spooky, scary skeleton.
I would agree with the take on Arrival, though. I really liked Arrival.
Arrival was really cool.
Yeah,
I don't even want to say anything about the ending because it just.
I haven't
don't
seen
even
it, but
wanna
say
I thought I
anything about
picked
it,
it. I'm
but-
actually looking through my movies right now, trying to figure out if I picked it up this weekend.
It's so
But
good.
Yeah, you
It-
guys should
it
totally
is-
watch it.
Yeah, Steve, you, I think out of all of us would get the most appreciation.
Oh, I'm sure
It's
sci-fi,
sci-fi,
on
but
my
it's-
list, but
It's rather realistic sci-fi, is what I would call
Yeah.
it.
where
No,
the
that's why
fuck
he would
is
love
it?
it.
Mm.
Because
Where the? Hold on.
trying to
So
think-
while
Aha!
oh,
oh, you do have it.
Boom! I did pick it up this weekend.
nice in a
Good,
bargain
watch it.
bin.
Yep, FYE bargain bin is fucking dope. Would recommend.
I don't have an FYE near me.
No, get fucked.
I don't either, actually. We have the first one's in the mall.
Sounds
Woodfield.
Yeah,
unnecessary.
that's where I.
Approximately.
Oh, thanks, Molly.
Um,
I have a disc replay.
we don't. That's far away from us. Yeah,
I
rip family video. I think we talked
Yeah,
about that last week.
Press F for
Oh
family.
yeah.
What the
Uh,
fuck is FYE, Patrick? Get out
For
of here.
your entertainment,
It's a
Patrick,
store in
there's an
malls.
FYE in,
blow
in-
no.
I
Music,
know- yeah,
DVDs.
in
They're
the
only good
mall.
for used shit though, because the new shit is marked way the fuck up.
It is
Yeah.
expensive.
Oh,
yeah.
I finally got the first. I finally got the first Hunger Games movie out of FYE as well, because I have all the others, and I've been meaning to watch the Hunger Games movies, so we didn't have the first one. So
I'll be
We went
that
to the
guy.
mall and blow no.
I'll
Sarah,
be that
you're
guy and
wrong.
say they're
Oh,
not as
no.
good as the books.
100%
well,
agree.
yeah,
You-
of course.
You guys haven't been to the mall down there in a while.
Oh,
I think that
that's-
the
Us,
first
yeah.
Hunger Games, the first one, was the first movie I saw in theaters that like I had like really gotten into the book series, and I saw the movie, and I'm in the theater, and I left the theater, and I was kind of like, that wasn't that great. 'Cause-
I'd have to rewatch it, but as I recall, so I am like plowing through the books at like an unprecedented rate. Like right now, like I just started on the last one, Mockingjay,
Mm.
which I'm actually liking a lot better the second time around. I read it because I was just like meh the first time.
I
This
need
is
to-
so
yeah.
different.
I
My
need to
least
do a reread.
favorite when I read them the first time.
Which
so.
one?
Mocking. It
Mockingjay.
was my least favorite when I read it the
Well,
first
the
time.
Oh yeah,
ending.
same. Catching Fire was my favorite, I think.
But
that-
anyway, so the first book, Katniss spends somewhere around like 2 weeks or something in the arena. Whereas I think they condense it down to like 2 days in the movie, which that's kind of understandable because I feel like it'd be difficult to portray in a movie setting, like
Yeah.
when
Hold on,
you
David.
have
I know
to
what you're
pack
gonna
it into
say.
2.5 hours.
Let me
It's
respond.
difficult,
No,
but it's
I
not
know, but
No,
let's finish talking about Hunger Games
Yeah.
first.
SpongeBob, like
Also, I remember the sound mixing not being that good
In which one?
I don't know.
in the
Hunger-
first movie.
No, there were a lot of things that fell kind of flat in the first one.
Yeah.
It's-
Like it just like it was hard to hear stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, we watch movies with subtitles on, so
I also remember cause I cried when Rue died in the book.
Yeah.
Spoiler for a very old book and movie now. But when the movie happened, when she died in the movie, I was like, I feel nothing, just because we've known this character for like 2 minutes.
And
We
they
spent 2
cut-
minutes
what
with her
was-
and she
Who was
dies.
the other District 11 person that was sent with her?
Thrash.
Thrash.
Yeah, like
Thresh.
Yeah.
Thrash.
Thrash.
Like he had some kind of he had more in the book than he had in the movie.
Yes, but they
I
still
just
did
think-
do they still did do the big thing where he spares
Honestly-
Katniss though in the movie.
Oh, yeah. I was about. Honestly, as someone who just read the book, that's pretty much the only bit that's important where he's in the book. That's
Well, you haven't
literally
watched
the
any of
only-
the movies?
no. I've seen him before. It's just been a long
Oh,
time.
okay. I did really like the Catching Fire movie. I thought the Catching
I-
Fire movie was pretty.
No,
good.
Yeah.
but no.
Hi,
think
Sadie.
I think Thresh
Hi,
didn't.
Sadie.
Pretty much only had that one scene in the book. I think he might have popped up a bit during training, but like that's the only thing that
Yeah.
stuck with me from the book. And again, I just read it, so.
I remember.
Maybe I just feel like there was more because I can't actually say what there was in the book. So
The
maybe
movies
I'm just
for Hunger
projecting
Games. The
something.
movies got better, in my opinion, as the series went along. Like
I still haven't seen Mockingjay Part 2.
yeah, I need to get
I-
him to watch that. I mean, I liked Mockingjay 1 and Mockingjay Part 2. It was interesting and all that. So
Now, granted, I haven't seen the 2 Mockingjay movies, but that did not seem like a book that needed to be divided into 2
No.
movies.
No,
Not at all.
because It was following the trend at the
Harry
time.
Potter
It
and
was following the Harry Potter
Twilight.
trend.
Harry Potter ruined everything for everything else.
No, but Harry Potter needed to be split up.
No, yes, Harry Potter
Yeah,
needed to be
yeah.
split up
And
for
so
sure.
did,
It ruined
did
everything else.
Twilight. Breaking
Did
Dawn.
it? Did Twilight though?
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Yes.
No,
Twilight could have been one movie.
I haven't
Sorry, babe.
read the
gonna-
books or
I'm
watched
not
the
gonna say
movies. So
anything,
fair.
haven't read
So I guess my opinion is kind of moot on that, but still.
Who has read the books for that?
Me.
I have read.
Okay.
Monica, did the
the
last book
funny
need to be
thing
2
is-
movies?
So here's the funny
Answer the
thing
question,
about
Monica.
me reading Twilight is because when it came out in high school, I was like, I don't want to read this. Is stupid, blah blah. And then my grandma,
Sparkly vampires. Ugh.
and then my grandma was like, I think you would like this book, and she and
Oh.
do you say no?
You can't
don't
say
say no to
to
Grandma,
You
no.
cannot say no to Omi.
No, you can't. You can't say no to Obi. So I read through all the books. I don't really remember anything about them, because I read them in high school and haven't read them since. So I can't really.
They're my guilty pleasure. So.
I do remember watching the first movie in you guys' apartment back in college.
Oh.
Well, like fucked up out of my mind.
And we did the mustache
I was
thing.
so
Hold on,
fucking.
that's what
And
I-
it,
Yes!
and it lined up perfectly.
I will
was
say
forgot-
though.
hold on.
so drunk.
I will say though. Thought the first movie was okay.
It was okay. There was a lot of blue.
I didn't dislike the first movie.
Mike, wouldn't you agree that it was highly oversaturated with blue?
It was very blue.
Really blue.
I like the first
Very
movie in the
blue.
I like the first movie and the last movie.
I
say
found
that.
it. I found the picture. I'm gonna send it to Twitter chat.
Yeah, and then
Wow,
post
now
it.
you're reminding me. That movie was so blue.
It was very blue.
I wonder if the
It's like-
screenshot's gonna be blue.
Even
It's like you
Probably.
still
I think-
use
'cause I
blue
think
on
the
the
one-
camera lens.
yeah, and it was a Catherine Hardwick.
Oh, look, this photo's blue.
Catherine
Oh, this is so blurry, Monica.
Catherine Hardwick was all about that
Okay,
blue
this was like 5 years
saturation.
ago. It didn't have as good of a so, and I was probably drunk at the time. So
I mean, it lined up. The mustache lined up.
I was reaching for my book, but instead I was reaching for my phone, but instead I grabbed my book. But I said the
What
book
the
is
fuck did you send to Twitter, Christine?
exactly,
Is that Batman and Cat? What the fuck?
exactly.
I'm concerned that Nikki posted it.
Yeah, that's why.
Katie's back. I want to see the color.
Oh my
Nikki,
god!
what the
Oh
fuck?
my god! He looks like Hitler in it. And yes, he
Just
is
a little
very
bit.
blue.
No, he looks French.
Oui,
He
oui.
He looks like a French Charlie
Say ton
Chaplin.
papa.
Look at that.
What is
face.
Sadie doing?
I
Being a
don't
weirdo.
know.
She's trying to fight the ghosts.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
Been here she's been here dozens of times, and she has to sniff at, like every.
Just gotta make
square
sure you haven't moved anything or hidden an animal. Okay.
What were you saying, Kevin?
What's up?
You said Jesus Christ or
dealing
something.
Yeah,
with
because
the
I'm
stream.
trying to move this image around, and it's
And
fucking
he moved Monica on
garbage.
accident. All right,
There, we're just sharing
Hey.
it. Hold on.
Patrick.
Sadie,
It's time.
Here's the picture of Edward Cullen
I
with
got
a mustache on.
I guess. Hang on.
Look at it. It's blue. He's got a mustache on,
He's blue.
Looks a little Hitlery.
Da-boo-dee-da-boo-die.
but you know, whatever.
this was.
Danny
we were all
winked right
together.
before you put that up, so that was great.
we were playing a drinking game in college
Hey,
where,
Sadie.
where we put a little
say hi.
paper mustache on the screen, and anytime
You drink every time it lines up.
yeah, every time it lines up with someone's face, you drink.
Edward literally hit
I
her
don't think
color.
we got a lot of drinks out of that.
All right, so
I do remember being extremely drunk than that when that was going on. So
What was that?
mhm.
It's Percy Jackson time.
work.
in
Oh,
response
I
to
didn't read or watch any of those movies.
okay,
Yeah,
so you can
okay.
shush.
Steve,
I
Christina's gonna
until I
kill you.
got- Not until I got to Twitter did I realize that was a very popular book series.
Yes, you can also shush.
Christina's been waiting here patiently to talk about Percy Jackson. Everyone be quiet for a second.
Was that
No,
was that the one? Was that the one with the
Steve!
what? No, I'm trying to figure out what
I
it
can
is.
tell
Is it-
you
is it-
what it is if you shush.
Okay, fine.
Percy Jackson. Basic premise is they're demigods of Greek gods. Percy Jackson's. I mean, it's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say it. But so they adapted a movie to it. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief is the first book. He has to go on a quest to find whoever stole Zeus's lightning. And the movie, was it did
Doo-doo?
not do my books justice.
So why is it a
Didn't it get,
spoiler?
like, 2 movies?
No, I
It did.
I can't tell. I don't want to tell anyone who.
Are you? Is it? Is who? Is it who?
It tells
he's-
you in the
oh, okay,
first
yeah.
like half hour of the movie.
But
Also,
people
we're
who
not
haven't
gonna
seen
read
the
the book.
movie.
That's not a spoiler. He's
I've
he's
got the
Poseidon's
spoiler
son.
already.
Oh.
He's literally sitting in a
Don't
pool.
yell at me!
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. He's sitting in a pool of water, breathing underwater for like
Is
at the
this the one
beginning of the
where
movie.
Excalibur
No.
is like a pen or something, or am I thinking
No,
of something else?
It's not
Close.
Excalibur, but it is Poseidon's sword that's disguised as a pen.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was. I think I might have read it like
Ugh.
once a long time ago, but none of it stuck.
Yeah, so the movie had pretty much nothing to do with the book. The kids were supposed to be like 11, and in the movie he's 16, which Logan Lerman as Percy Jackson, yes. But the quests were wrong. The entire premise of the movie was wrong. The effects were nice.
But the effects were decent.
At least they
Never
kind of redeemed themselves with Sea of Monsters, but not really, because they summed up the entire series, because probably they realized they're doing a shit
They
job.
weren't gonna get another one.
Yeah. And there's so many books in this, and Jess is obsessed with them. So if you ever talk to Jess and want to get into the books, they are pretty easy reads, but there's a lot of them. There's Percy Jackson and the Olympians are the first one, and after that it's like Gods of Olympus or something like that.
So wait, is the end of the second movie how the series ends?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay.
I also want
Um,
to say, pour one out for fans of the Golden Compass.
Oh my god!
'cause
Wait,
they
no!
got-
Yes!
Oh,
Wait!
The TV
wait,
show though.
Wait! Okay, so
His Dark Materials.
Anyone want to explain to me what the Golden Compass is?
it's a book series.
Called His Dark Materials.
Called His Dark.
It's
The
one
book-
really bad movie.
one really bad movie, but
Just watch-
Mike, on HBO Max, they actually
Oh, is
came
it
out.
getting a series?
There's a second season that's actually airing now, and I watched the first series, and it does the books goo. It
Because
does
I
goo.
saw the movie in theaters and I liked the premise, but it was just bad.
that movie.
Also, about just going back to Percy Jackson real quick. I was talking to my coworker Chris, who has read the Percy Jackson books. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. This is something different. We were talking about same idea though. We were talking about Ender's Game.
Oh yeah.
About
movie.
how like Ender's supposed to be like 8 or 10.
Yeah.
In the books.
In
And
the
he's
movie
like-
he's like 14 or 15.
Yeah, but I mean, even Chris was like, while he was reading the books, he was like, "There's no way an 8-year-old will do all this."
Well, he's supposed to be a genius, by the way.
I know, but like it's still so unbelievable. So I mean, in the movies make more sense. He's like 12 in the movies.
I really did
It's
like.
kind-
I liked the Undergame movie. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Apparently if you
There's
read
a
the books,
rumor.
no.
There's a rumor that
Well, I
they're doing
guess I
that
didn't
they're
like
gonna
the
do the
book.
same thing for Avatar: The Last Airbender. That they're going to age the characters up for the live action show, which kind of makes sense, I guess.
No!
The showrunners are
No.
no longer evolved or
Yeah.
not involved. Yeah, involved.
They're not involved.
They're not involved
They're
with the
evolved?
live action
They have
anymore.
evolved past involved.
They have a live. Yeah.
They basically said, "Fuck this shit, we're out," and they
I-
didn't give specific reasons
I-
for it.
does
so-
Probably
anyone-
because they're gonna like not do it correctly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did
Also
anyone?
want to pour one. Sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
also want to pour one out for Chronicles of Predane fans who had the misfortune of seeing the Black Cauldron movie.
Oh yeah,
I have no idea what any of that just meant.
Disney.
There was a Disney movie called The Black Cauldron, which
Yeah.
The Black Cauldron is actually the title of the second book, but the Disney movie adapts mostly the first book, but with parts of the second book jammed in. It's not very good. Really good book series. It's only 5 books long. Would highly recommend it. It's classic high fantasy series.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
I've never heard of it, so I'll have to
Yeah.
read it.
Has anyone watched Dragon Prince?
No, it's on the list though.
Okay.
Good.
It just got so.
Mike, you should also watch it. But
They-
you
I
don't
think
really
you
have
guys-
access. You don't
You,
really have
you
access.
guys
to
talked
Netflix,
about
though,
this
do you?
last week, I think.
I think we did.
Yeah, Dragon Prince.
Yeah, Dragon Prince
How it
is a
got
good.
renewed through its like its
Yeah.
entire series. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so
Never
good.
mind then. Mike, what'd you get banned from?
Yeah, that
So-
was going to be my question.
Let me read this email
Oh,
from minds.com.
Mimes? M-I-M-E?
Mind, like minds.
Oh, Mimes.
What's
okay.
minds.com?
Hi, Ember Reviews. Unfortunately, your channel has been banned for violating our content policy. The specific reason is spam. If you wish to further appeal, you may contact us with blah, blah, blah. 2 things. 1, don't remember having an account with this website because I didn't know what this website was for until I looked it up and remembered that might have been something I did back in the day. Because 2, this is for my old email address that I haven't used that for anything in like 2 years.
Can I just read the Minds tagline real quick?
Yeah.
Take back control of your social media. Free your mind and get paid for creating content, driving traffic, and referring friends. A place to have open conversation and bring people together.
Oh,
Now let me
Lord.
read you the Wikipedia page for Minds.
Page.
It's going to make a lot more sense.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Minds is an alt-tech blockchain-based social network.
Oh God!
What does that even mean?
Users can earn money or cryptocurrency for using Minds.
Yes.
And tokens can be used to boost their posts or crowdfund other users.
Kevin, explain it like I'm 5 what a blockchain is.
It's how you mine Bitcoin.
Kinda. So essentially, the very basic dumbed down way of how Bitcoin mining works is essentially the entire Bitcoin network, right? So the Bitcoin network is essentially every transaction, every sale,
Right.
all that shit. It's all the same log. It's pretty much like a giant log. So essentially, in order to
So it's like one giant like metaphorical Excel
yeah,
spreadsheet.
like a ledger to be more exact. It's pretty much a
Okay.
ledger of who has how much Bitcoin, people selling Bitcoin and stuff. It's essentially to prevent people from faking Bitcoin and stuff like that.
Okay.
And essentially, people who mine Bitcoin pretty much open up their computer to be used as an algorithm bot or calculation bot to pretty much keep
And
this
you can
ledger
earn
up to
Bitcoin
date.
by doing that. I think
Exactly.
we touched on this last week.
Yeah,
Actually.
but Bitcoin mining is at the point where it takes way more electricity than you get out of it. So
Right.
that's kind of one of the fears, is that eventually it's just going to become like, and there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin. So once all that Bitcoin runs out, like there's no point in Bitcoin mining. So how are we going to keep track of all this ledger stuff?
Right. So blockchain.
I don't know what a blockchain is. I'll be honest.
Hold on. Let's see.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've just been enjoying
A
this new content.
blockchain
It has something to do
is
with the
a group
wallet.
of growing list of records called blocks that are linked. So it is the ledger. That is what it is.
Hmm.
So
So I did explain
blockchain
it.
is the ledger.
I did explain it.
You-
How's my Dogecoin doing?
Doge.
Dogecoin.
Is it Doge or Doge?
It's
Doge. I say Doge.
I say Doge.
I say Doge.
I don't
Okay.
say it.
And
That is
the
honestly
correct answer.
that's the
Elon!
correct answer. Yes.
Elon Daddy, take me to the moon.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Take me to the
He's not
moon,
taking
Elon
you to the
Daddy.
moon.
Take me to the moon. $1
Actually,
$1
he might be
Dogecoins.
taking you to Mars in 2026.
Well, no, the whole thing is that
I don't wanna be
E-
on this planet
No,
anymore.
he's not taking the pores to Mars.
no, of course not.
Elon Musk is like, Dogecoin is the people's crypto, and he's like been like hyping it up. And he got Snoop Dogg on the train too. So now Snoop
Elon
Dogg.
Musk is
Snoop
a
Dogg is now
millionaire
Snoop
from
Dogg.
fucking birth. Elon Musk can shut the fuck up and mind his business.
Richest man on earth.
Something apartheid emeralds.
Yeah, something yeet the rich.
Mike, was there any more to your band story?
That was it. I don't remember ever using this site, but it does sound like something that I might have used
At one
So,
point?
Maybe someone
Yeah.
like hacked into your account and posted a bunch of spam or something.
Maybe.
So I'm guessing
I
you're not going to
don't
refute
care
it,
enough
right?
to find out because it's my old email address, so I have nothing linked to it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
That's weird though.
Yeah,
So you're just
weird.
gonna keep it banned?
I have no
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mine any Bitcoin. Not gonna go into cryptocurrency.
Well, actually, I at work I use a web browser called Brave, which it's kind of like this weird spin-off of I think Firefox. But it's got like built-in ad block, and it pretty much blocks all ads. And what they do is you can enable Brave ads. And Brave ads pretty much like they pop up when like you open up a new tab, and sometimes you get like a little notification in the bottom left corner telling you about some shit. But essentially, they reward you for Brave ads in BAT, which is like their own crypto. but you can use it
Bet.
to like buy other cryptos and stuff.
Bet.
So just from doing my normal work, I've earned like $17 just by like using this browser. I'm kind of like, okay, why not?
Weird story based on that, but one time I was doing stuff for auditions for schools, and I tried to bring in a recording, but apparently it recorded as a .bat file, and no one at my school could figure out what that was.
A .bat file is an executable. It's like a script.
Okay,
That's
so somehow I turned an audio recording into that.
Probably just misnamed it or something.
It was from hardware, so it was from a recording device directly onto a CD.
Patrick, thank you for the bits. Nothing good ever comes from Mike starting a sentence with a weird story, but what are you talking about? All the best Mike stories start like that.
That is,
Correct.
yeah.
So Kevin, how many fish tanks do we
weird
have, man?
story got you
Hold on.
this fucking sword over here. So
So Kevin, want to tell everyone how many fish tanks we have now?
We have 4 fish tanks now.
You have a problem.
We do. Well, so hold on. So here's what happened, right?
Back story time.
So
You have a problem.
yes,
No, hold
yes,
on.
yes. We have
No,
a
hold
problem.
on.
We have a problem. Okay.
the first step to acceptance is admitting it.
Yes, I'm admitting I have a problem. My problem is I'm running out of space for fish tanks.
I don't have a drinking problem. The problem is that I'm out of alcohol.
So we have a big 35-gallon hexagon tank for our beta fish.
That was the first one we got.
That was the first-
a
it was our first-
hand-me-down.
He was our first tank, first fish. And
Wait,
so
a single fish for a 35-gallon tank?
well, so no, that's how you're supposed to
Getting to
start.
that. Shut up.
That's how you're supposed to start. And then so after that, I got into planted tanks, and I got a second tank to do planted stuff. And I'm like, I like guppies. I want guppies. I got some guppies, and they had a bunch of
One
babies.
male and 3 females.
They had a bunch of babies. We moved all the females and all the babies.
Our only original
into,
female is Cora, by the way.
We moved all the females and their babies into the big 35-gallon tank. And betas, they're supposed to get along with like pretty much other fish that aren't other betas. And we've just heard online that sometimes they can like eat fry, which is the baby fish and stuff like that.
Which is why we
Um,
put them in there in case
yeah,
they pop out more because someone
Yeah, because
did.
we're like, okay, beta will eat the fish and keep the population down. And then
Keep fucking.
they're not fucking anymore because they don't got a male in there.
Tell them how guppies give birth.
Oh yeah, there's also so when a guppy
They reproduce by budding.
no,
No.
guppies are live.
That's
Guppies-
asexual reproduction, and guppies do not asexually reproduce.
Yeah, we get it.
Guppies are actually live bearers. They don't have eggs. They actually just they
Pop
develop
out.
inside and then they pop out. And apparently a female guppy gives birth once every month, or can give birth once every month. And after having intercourse, they can hold the semen inside of them for up to 6 months.
Even if the male is separated from them, which we did.
Yes. The reason why we now have a 4th tank is because there is at least one baby, we think maybe multiple, that are
She's teaching the others.
picking on the beta, like biting at his fins.
And so I got a book for Christmas about guppies, and then I was reading and it was like, oh, make sure not to house them with other long-finned fish because then they might want to try become fin nippers. And I was like, well, fuck me, I guess.
That sounds
So-
like an insult.
So
Fin
fin nipper, you
They are
dirty fin
fin
nipper.
nippers.
And yeah.
No, I think
Um,
it's the same one. She's just an ass.
Yeah, so we're like, well, we don't want the beta to be stressed. So
He's my first one.
so we got a small 10-gallon tank, and it's in our bedroom now. And we set it up last weekend. It's on stream right now. It's very pretty. There are currently some shrimp in there, but the shrimp have been dying off because we put the shrimp in too early.
We were overzealous.
Yes.
But
the tank looks pretty.
We're calling it Davy Jones's locker, and we did get a mystery snail, and his name is Davy Jones.
So
Nice.
you starved your shrimp to death?
No.
No. So
There's something called cycling.
So-
Explain.
oh god.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
I could do a real quick like 10-second
Cliff
thing.
notes.
There's
Okay,
essentially there's a thing in aquarium called cycling, which essentially the nitrogen cycle turns ammonia, which is deadly, into something that's not deadly.
Okay.
There's a way to do it called instant cycling, where you can take a sponge from a existing aquarium and put it in the new aquarium to instant cycle it. The sponge we put in was not
Right.
ready, so it wasn't instant cycled. So we put in shrimp, and some of them died.
Also, we got a fish with a fungal, shrimp with a fungal infection. So
Yeah, that was a bad start.
And these are cherry shrimp. So if we were like, oh, that one's cool, it's black. Oh, that's really cool. No, when they're black, like when they're really dark colored red, that means they're stressed.
They're gonna die.
Yeah.
Dude, owning fish sounds way more exhausting than owning a fucking cat.
I mean, if I didn't have a special needs cat, yeah. Oh, the fish would be a lot more stressful than this
I'm about
cat.
to say, like, fish, like, that's just like that just seems like too much work for something that doesn't even really know you exist.
They do, actually. Every time we go up to their tank, all 40 fucking fish that are in there will swarm up and just look at us. And and I can tap on the glass at any point, and some will actually just come, I'd like to say running, but they're swimming. Will come zooming over and to say hi. Jamie,
Okay, fair
our
enough.
beta fish, he likes to be on the side where he can see us. So if we're sitting on the couch, he'll be on the side that's facing into the room. So the fish are actually, they're very clever. They're more clever than anyone gives them credit for.
And
Fair enough.
The last tank that's not set up yet that we're doing very slowly, we're putting pea puffers in it. And apparently pea puffers can, like, they recognize things like 30 feet outside of the aquarium.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, and so
Yes.
whenever we go into the fish stores, we see if they have pea puffers. And they're just so cute. We call them little murder beans. They're very cute.
Up. See you later, Chris. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Bye.
I just want to take a quick side note before Sports Corner to talk about Pedro Pascal real quick.
Pedro
Bye.
Pascal is dope.
Pedro Pascal is the most perfect human being on earth.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know about that. He's pretty dope, though.
But go on.
He's his sister is trans
Yeah.
Right.
and did a trans cover shoot. And
Formerly brother, if anyone's confused.
yes.
I don't know.
And just there was a lot of like internet praise for Pedro Pascal the last couple days. And I just thought that was really wholesome.
Is her last name Pascal as well?
Yes.
Lux
I think her
Pascal?
name is
Lux, Lux.
yes. No, start with an L. But yeah, so I like Pedro Pascal. And there's been a big push to like replace him as Star-Lord.
No.
Because
Like
like
replace
Oh.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
No.
Chris
as
Pratt's
much as I
kind of gone
don't
off
like
as
Chris-
rocker.
As much as I don't like Chris Pratt all that much, I don't think Pedro's got the chops to pull off the funny.
No, I think
don't get me
Pedro
wrong, he's a
should
great.
Pedro should be in the MCU, but not as.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Not
Based
a
on-
Star-Lord.
Based on my brief knowledge of the Mandalorian, he's much more of a deadpan funny than a Star-Lord funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's got like the physical comedy or like the improv or I haven't seen Pedro in enough things to have like a real opinion on it, but like as much as I said, as much as I don't really, Chris Pratt's feels kind of like preachy, and I think his churches and not into some great stuff. So
yeah. And then there's the whole thing is that also Pedro Pascal, like in Wonder Woman 84.
he's
Yeah.
the best part of
85?
it.
Yeah, he's the best part of that movie, and he's much more loose. He's much more funny, kind of like not as rigid and deadpanned as in Mandalorian. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the character of the Mandalorian.
Basically, he's the who was he? Oberyn Martell.
Yeah.
Oberyn, yeah.
Yes.
The Scorpion.
He was let's be honest, he's just the Mandalorian without a helmet.
No, he was funny in that. Oberon was funny.
Yeah, Oberon was great.
Yeah.
Also, he
Mandalorian
was-
can be funny too.
Good job. When he catches the. Pedro Pascal was in Narcos as I believe
Didn't
one
see
of the
that.
bad guys.
He was also in We Could Be Heroes.
Yeah.
What is that?
The Shark Boy and Lava Girl sequel.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he was. It was special.
Didn't see that either.
Thanks for reminding me that was a thing.
We watched it. It was
Was it any
I
good?
think I threw up in my mouth a little.
Mm.
Was it better or worse than Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
It was better. Not by
Okay.
much.
real low bar.
It was about on par as Zoom. If anyone remembers
As-
that movie with
I remember
Zoom?
with Tim
Yeah, Zoom with
Allen
Tim Allen.
as Speedy
Zoom?
Boy.
No, I don't remember that.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, let me jog my memory.
Hold on, let's see.
Well,
Oh.
Zoom, Tim Allen. Zoom Academy for Superheroes.
Zoom,
I've
Tim Allen.
never heard of this ever.
Oh God, I have never
Courtney
heard of
Cox
this.
is in it.
4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
26 Metascore on IMDb.
Trumpet Steve just had a that was a nom flashback. Trumpet Steve. They
Yeah.
had.
I
Oh
mean,
God, Chevy Chase.
Yeah, Chevy Chase. Is
Oh
in there.
yeah, Chevy Chase is in there. Forgot about
Fuck
that.
Chevy Chase.
We forget
Wait,
about
is
Chevy
it-
Chase. We don't
Is this
acknowledge
just
him.
like a Fantastic Four ripoff?
No, 'cause
Not
there's
exactly.
6 people.
Okay, one guy's stretchy, one's invisible, the little girl is very strong. I don't know what the fuck Tim Allen's powers are.
Speed.
Just from the cover, it lists straight up looks like a Fantastic Four ripoff with
It's-
like the gender roles mixed up.
By Fox?
Huh?
What?
Is his superpower is getting sitcoms revived by Fox?
Ah.
Let's
Yeah.
I
do
was gonna say just
sports corner. Are you ready, Ryan?
sports
Heard of that
corner.
movie, like it's
Ford was in that.
was there like a rash of like Sky High
Yeah,
clones back
yeah.
in the day? Because that just sounds like it sounds like what happens if you smush together Fantastic Four and Sky High. I at
isn't
least
My Hero
saw
Academia
Sky
kind of
High.
like Sky High?
Feels like
Yeah.
it should be the clone.
I
Yeah,
saw
Good as it
Sky
was.
High, but I don't remember a goddamn thing about it other
As
than
good
the
as it
fact
was
that
good.
As good as it
Ryan
was,
Sports
Sky High
Corner.
feels like it was a clone of something else.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
Zoom.
And then there were Sky High clones.
And then My Hero Academia was born,
But My Hero Academia
and it
is
was
good.
glorious.
All right. Sports corner.
And Kurt Russell isn't in My Hero
Throw it up.
Academia though.
Tell me about Tom Brady.
Bish, throw it up.
So Super Bowl happened. So
It did.
naturally I'll start off with baseball.
That's not Tom Brady.
Former 1995 Montreal Expos draft pick in baseball, Tom Brady beat 2014 Detroit Tigers draft pick Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Pretty dope game.
Earlier in the
yeah.
week, Kansas City Chiefs center Daniel Kilgore was mid-haircut when his barber was contacted saying that he had recently tested positive for COVID. Both Kilgore and the barber were wearing masks, and Kilgore had tested negative for the virus in consecutive days.
Fucking rip.
Okay.
He was able to play because he tested negative in consecutive days. Kilgore proceeded to post his preseason headshot on Twitter with the left half of his hair gone.
Why?
Because he was mid-haircut, so he...
Haircut.
I just want to say that sentence felt really weird for me because his name is Kilgore, and you said both Kilgore, and I thought you said both were killed. I'm like, wait, what?
Both were killed.
On the topic of COVID, the NFL over the course of the season had over 700 positive tests. The Seattle Seahawks had 0.
Well, good for them.
Oh. I hate the Seahawks, but yay.
Why?
Because
I
they're
have
like...
no strong
Oh,
opinions
why?
for
The
the Seahawks.
Seahawks are like one of those teams where their fans are just obnoxious, I find.
I mean, so
yeah,
are the
but, like-
Bears.
Have you seen Bills fans?
They go through tables.
Gender reveal party. Boom.
If the
Mafia.
Bills won the Super Bowl, their quarterback Josh Allen's like, I'm going through that fucking table.
They're literally called the Bills Mafia.
That's fair.
What?
Inductees for this year for the NFL Hall of Fame were announced prior to the Super Bowl, and one of them, Charles Woodson, interesting statistic, before he turned 30, had 17 interceptions, two of them touchdowns, and made 3 All-Pro teams. After he turned 30, he had 48 interceptions, 11 of them for touchdowns,
Who's changed?
Rip.
and made 5 All-Pro teams.
God damn.
Yeah.
What position was he?
Topic should be above. Yeah.
I think he was a safety.
Okay.
He was definitely on defense because it's the interceptions.
Right.
And still on the Hall of Fame inductees, between Tom Brady's 3rd and 10th Super Bowl appearance, Calvin Johnson, wide receiver for the
Okay,
Detroit
fine,
Lions,
whatever.
had been drafted, retired, and made the Hall of Fame.
Topics and agenda are the same fucking thing.
Do you remember who won the Walter Payton Award this year?
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Tom Brady, after turning 35, has 17 playoff wins, which is the most playoff wins in history alone.
Oof.
He has more playoff win. Or wait, who? Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Tom Brady also has more Super Bowl wins. Like, he has more Super Bowl wins as an individual than any team collectively does.
Yeah, but I was saying he has more playoff wins in history after turning a certain age alone.
Oh, okay. I think the Super Bowl win stat is more impressive, though.
Yeah. Brady is the third quarterback in NFL history to play in a Super Bowl / NFL championship game in 3 different decades.
God damn.
Joining greats such as Johnny Unitas for the Baltimore Colts. We don't count his stint in San Diego. and Norm Van Brocklin for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I believe at the time it was the LA Rams. He may have been with another team, but I just never bothered to look it up.
What was it? Another Brady stat. He is the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl in both the both the NFC and the AFC.
He's the only quarterback in history to do that. Everyone who scored points for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl was not on the team at this time last year. Those being Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, their kicker Ryan Suckup, and the man,
Wait,
the
I'm
meme
sorry.
himself, Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
That
Wait,
touchdown
I'm
he got.
sorry. Their kicker's name is Suckup?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was very.
I
Didn't
can
Antonio
o-
Brown say something insane afterwards too?
I'd probably.
Antonio
That-
Brown.
That poor man's childhood in grade school. I can only imagine.
Well, and an interesting fact about Suckup, there's in the NFL draft, the very last pick in the draft is commonly known as Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, rip.
He is the first Mr. Irrelevant to win the Super Bowl.
Ah!
So I found it. An Antonio Brown tweet. Since I gave myself time to cool down a bit and depressure myself from the salt intake last night, I'm still really pissed about one thing. We were robbed of a fat guy touchdown last night.
Yeah.
That's what will haunt this Super Bowl for the rest of its days.
Yeah. Wait,
also
was that Antonio Brown, or was that the guy that?
It might be the guy posing as Antonio Brown because it's at urinating tree.
Oh yeah, U Tree. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the video that I shared like a day or two ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hates Antonio Brown.
Oh.
Something about a Gronkowski I saw. He was on like some kind of New Year's show with Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey had like a Lego head of his to the ground. And he spiked that shit straight into the ground, and I hate Steve Harvey, so that fucking made my day.
Why do you hate Steve Harvey?
Because he's a piece of shit. That's why.
Why?
Interesting.
He claims to be like super religious. He cheated on his wife at least once, and claims if you're non-religious, you don't have and I quote, where is your moral barometer? Whatever the fuck that means. What the fuck is a moral barometer, Steve?
You meant to say moral compass.
Probably moral
He
compass.
said barometer. He said it multiple times.
That's also a very common word with the religious people. That is a very common phrase.
No, I've heard moral compass tons of times. Moral compass makes sense. Moral barometer makes no fucking. Either way, Steve Harvey's a piece of shit. Back to sports.
The likes of Drew Brees, former Super Bowl MVP, Aaron Rodgers, former NFL MVP, and Patrick Mahomes, again, former NFL MVP, could not get as much yards against Tampa Bay's defense as Washington football team's backup quarterback, Taylor Heineke, did in the wild card round.
Jesus.
Grip.
He also just signed an extension today.
Fun.
I would also just like to remind everyone that since the Patriots or not the damn it, I can't get it out of my head. Since the Bucks won the Super Bowl and the Bears beat the Bucks during the regular season by the transitive property, we win the Super Bowl.
Also, every time
Math
I
adds
know
up.
it's the Buccaneers, but every time someone says Bucks, I think of a deer.
I mean, yeah.
That's
And
fair.
there's an NBA team
That's
called.
Well, there's the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah,
so-
I
Yeah,
just
I
said
think
that.
I think that might be what I think
And
of. So
I
like,
didn't
it's
know
very
this.
disorienting.
I mean, I don't know if you're didn't know about this until today, until I did a little research into it. Apparently, playing for the Patriots sucks. Like,
Yeah,
it's like not fun because of what Belichick has done. Like,
you're just now finding that out.
I'm not that into football, man. And then so like the entire reason why Brady and Gronkowski went to a different team is because they were like, we want to find the fun in football again. And judging by today's parade, boy, did they find the fun again. Tom Brady got fucked up.
Good luck with your wave of COVID cases, Tampa.
Yeah.
Florida,
Of course there's
that's
gonna.
the
I'm
norm.
about to say they all have COVID anyway. It's Florida.
With their 38-3 loss to the New Orleans Saints this season, the Bucks now own the worst loss by a future Super Bowl champion, unseating the 1994 San Francisco 49ers with their loss to the Eagles that year, 40-8.
Jeez.
Yeah, I remember the beginning of the season, everyone was like, oh, look, Tom Brady's failing.
Yeah, and then he
Eat
got his
your
shit
words.
together after the bye week.
Yep.
Well, I heard what happened was the coach was basically trying to coach him too hard, and then he was like, you know what, I'll just let Brady do it. And then they figured out their own rhythm.
Brady's like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm the
Going over
GOAT.
Going over to the hockey, it has been over 460 days since a goaltender not named Jonathan Bernier won a game for the Detroit Red Wings.
Jesus.
In case you want to know how their season's going.
Rip.
Not good.
So the Vegas Golden Knights asked their players who's going to win the Super Bowl. One of them said the Detroit Lions were going to win the Super Bowl.
They got eliminated when?
They weren't
Essentially at the beginning of the season, let's be honest.
Yes, Steve, they weren't in the playoffs.
I don't know.
They
I don't pay
snipped
attention
Wait.
to sports.
Wait, where was that player asked before the season even started?
No, this was like the night of the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Lie,
Yeah.
I didn't even know who was playing until like the day of the Super Bowl. That's how little I pay attention to sports.
they may not have specified which Super Bowl.
Oh, Ryan, you should post that one video, by the
The
way.
Puppy
that
Bowl.
you-
What?
The one
Like a
that
puppy bowl.
video about how the Chiefs fucked up. That from
It's
that
in
one.
it's in our group chat.
I'll
You
be
should
honest,
share it on
I'm
the Twitch channel.
Ryan, you should make this
oh.
a weekly YouTube show. I'd watch it.
I'm not gonna play any clips from Twitter or anything like that on the podcast just because.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
was saying he should
Oh,
just
okay.
like post it in the Twitch chat.
Okay, that's fair.
Uh,
I'll allow
Washington-
it.
Washington
I'll find it and
Capitals-
post it.
Washington Capitals forward Evgeny Kuznetsov confirmed he had COVID symptoms a few weeks ago, along with star Alex Ovechkin and goalie Sergei Samsonov when they were placed on COVID protocol. When asked if he was scared, quote, "No, I am from Russia. You can't scare me."
Okay. That checks
mean,
out.
I guess if you drink enough vodka,
Privyet.
it'll probably kill the virus.
The world's longest hockey game happened a few days ago. An annual event to raise money for cancer research took place in Alberta, Canada.
How long?
It was, I don't know how long. I didn't see how long was. The more important thing that I wanted to share, it was so cold, the pucks kept shattering.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Wow.
I have several questions.
I think
I
you know the
I
answer to
couldn't
those
tell.
questions.
Did you know that the
considering how cold it's
hockey
fucking
pucks
been.
can shatter?
Well, that's one of them. What are hockey pucks made out of? Is my other one.
Vulcanized rubber.
Damn,
Oh,
son.
it's rubber. So yeah.
Of course.
Um,
Rubber break.
But it's vulcanized.
Somehow, almost the
Sure.
entire
Oh,
New
come on.
Jersey Devils active roster is on the NHL COVID
see.
protocol.
Rip.
Oh,
Going into baseball, the Minnesota Twins allegedly sweetened their offer for player Nelson Cruz to return to the team via free agency by adding his personal chef to the game day staff.
Oh, these
that's-
little bitches.
truly.
In his 10th career at bat, Ichiro Suzuki hit a single to raise his batting average to .300, or just referred to as 300. For the rest of his career, his batting average would never drop below that number.
Oh my god.
And he played until he was into his 40s.
son.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got confused. I thought Ichiro Suzuki was still playing. By the way you were phrasing.
Yeah, he retired like 2 years ago.
I remember
right after.
bobblehead of him out of a box of cereal when I was 7.
Yeah, same. In 2018, pitcher Trevor Bauer made a bet with a friend if he ever signed a multi-year deal, his friend were to shoot him with a paintball gun in the crotch from 10 feet away. Guess what, motherfucker
Whoa.
just signed a multi-year deal with the Los Angeles
That is
Dodgers?
not far away. That is not far away for a paintball.
When they were in the minor leagues, Milwaukee Brewers Christian Yelich and JT Realmuto went to Chipotle 142 days in a row.
Damn.
That's a lot of Chipotle.
I respect the hustle.
That's too much.
How do you-
Chipotle good.
That's too
How do you
much Chipotle.
how do you have that kind of money in the minor leagues? Former pitcher great Randy Johnson kept a bag of baseballs by his bed for self-defense.
Nice. I mean,
Really?
you
Not
don't-
a bad.
For a guy that can throw over 100 miles an hour,
yeah, that's
and once in spring training drilled a bird delivering a pitch, I don't want to fuck with him.
yeah. He'd
I
probably
wouldn't
if
either.
he
That could
chucked a ball at
literally
you,
kill
you
you.
would die.
That makes sense.
Headshot will literally kill you.
This happened as of last night. The Dallas Mavericks have ceased playing the national anthem at home games and will continue not doing such going forward.
Why?
Why?
They haven't said a reason why.
Interesting.
That's
Now there's a big movement to have them have the national anthem stop played at games altogether.
I'm okay with that.
And finally, this happened over the weekend. Chicago Bulls TV play-by-play guys absolutely roasted a Bulls fan during a game at the Orlando Magic, mocking his Michael Jordan jersey he was wearing.
oh.
And how I can describe it is, it looked like a Chinese bootleg,
Oh.
but as if he made it himself.
Oh.
Oh.
The play-by-play guys were like, those look like the types of jersey you can get from the scalpers outside the stadium. Hey, you want to look at my Mike Will Jordan jersey?
So it's a
Yeah, mine
bootleg-
says Michael Jordan. It's a buy one, get two free.
So it's the bootleg of bootlegs.
Yeah, pretty much. The fan went to Twitter and seeing all the types of responses these other people were saying about it, he posted a video saying, "Y'all, I could not stop laughing at what you guys were saying."
Aw, good for him.
And then Chicago Bulls Twitter reached out to him and was like, "Glad you're a good sport about it. We'll take care of you / we got you, fam."
Aw.
that's
I'm
great.
guessing, so I'm assuming they're gonna be sending him like jerseys and shit.
It's always
That,
nice
I
when you
think
get.
that's the only thing that the Bulls announcers had to report on, considering the Bulls at the moment.
I mean, they're bad, but like things are looking up for them because they actually have a coach.
Unlike the Hawks.
They're also on the up and up too as of
Okay,
late.
that's good.
So
They started off kind of bad.
yeah, they did, and they're aware of that. But
I
now,
still remember when my grandma was here, I came down wearing a Blackhawks shirt, and she's like, "You shouldn't be wearing that."
Yeah. Sarah's getting her COVID vaccine tomorrow. Good job,
Yeah.
Sarah. Doing your part. Stupid question.
How the
Wish I
fuck
could
did you
mine.
register?
How do you know?
Future.
Like
All vax. Check all vax.
all
Well,
vax?
that's
Because
for Lake
I was
Oh,
I
I
was
don't know
just
if that's-
acting. I was just asking Christine, like, how do I know when I can go?
I feel like that's something you should look into on your particular county. Because I think all the different counties have different sites where they register.
Christine, you got one already, right?
No, which is a pain in the fucking ass.
I was going to say, Kevin, not gonna lie, dude, you're like bottom of the list, I think.
Yeah, I'm also probably bottom of the list as well.
I go on site and shit.
Well,
It doesn't matter. You're not like a frontline worker or anything like that.
True, but also when they were putting up when it's just based on age, our age group is ahead of like people 40 and up
Interesting.
because we're
Like-
more prone to going out.
Yeah, because we're actually working.
Kevin, you know Mikey, right?
Old sousaphone Mikey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in like one of the current group. He's in like one or two of the current groups because of his condition.
Yeah.
Hasn't been contacted to go get it.
Okay. Well,
But he
no,
know-
you
he
have to
knows
register.
people- Yeah, and he's registered.
Okay.
And
well,
I just registered, or I
like Christine can get it like
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but he
if
he
she
knows
could.
people that I think that he lives around him that aren't in that group, and they already got it.
what the fuck?
Mm.
That's so annoying. I hate people.
Well,
I'll
see what
probably
happened
be.
is we had a absolutely horrible and confusing as fuck vaccine rollout, and no
Yep.
one knew what they were doing.
It's because they probably should just like they probably should have done this months ago, but collected
yeah.
everyone's occupation and medical status, and then
Raid.
and then mailed
Raid.
Oh,
thanks Jersey Joe.
Jersey.
They probably should have like done a thing where they like got everyone's information beforehand, and then like lottery system like.
I mean, I'm part of Phase 1B too, Sarah.
Well, yeah, but they should have like lotteried
I think
out,
I might be.
or sorry,
be 1C.
not even lottery, but just like handed out numbers and dates. Like you're getting vaccinated on this day.
How do you figure out what group
Be
you're
there.
in?
It's just by your occupation. I think I just found out I'm in group 1C.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm in 1C too because I'm technically essential because I've been working this whole time. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
but I'm
So
not
have I.
like. Well, yeah.
So have I.
I don't know, man. I
What is
should ask.
1C?
I should ask Nat if he's going to get it soon because he just got a full-time teaching job, so he should probably be getting it.
Oh yeah, he should be now. I think.
Yeah, that's 1B. That's
Tell him
now.
to sign up.
I'll have to ask that. But anyway, I want to know why Mike can't cook.
Oh boy. So, listen.
Okay,
What
this
was
is
the
already good.
recipe? What'd you cook?
I
Attempt
What were you
to cook.
trying to cook?
was trying to eat
Oh,
healthier
Okay.
than I have been
Mm.
eating, which is
All right.
fast
plan.
food and processed food every day.
Oh, that's a bad life choice.
Yeah, it's showing. It's showing. So
Mood?
I decided I'm gonna try and cook some brats. I like brats. Fun fact, if you put brats in a pan with nothing else, makes a lot of smoke.
Gotta get some oil in there, son.
Well,
water.
what I learned afterwards was if you put a little bit of water in there and put a lid on and just basically boil it,
Steam it almost, yeah.
steam it. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for. But didn't know that when I just put the brats in the pan. Fortunately, there's a little fan above my oven, so I can just turn that on and vent the smoke. So those came out very crispy on the outside, but they were cooked all the way.
That's not as bad of a cooking fail because I could think of one worse, but I don't know if we want to bring it up.
We'll get second point. I realized after the second time I attempted to cook brats that meat goes bad way faster than everything else.
Yes. Like a week.
What was the day of the Super Bowl? The 7th?
Sunday. Yeah,
Was it the 7th?
yeah.
The package said freeze by the 1st.
Oh,
That's not good.
That was the first time in a very long time where I actually had stomach pain from eating something.
Now,
Hey,
when
Mike, you want me to send you some like recipes? I've got a cookbook stuff. Also, I'd
Please
recommend learn.
do, because apparently I'm very bad at this.
I've got some leftovers. Some of my old standbys were from when I cooked for myself. I'm more of a sous chef these days, but
See,
I-
that's the life. That's the ideal position. You don't want to be in charge of it. You just want to be like, you want to be in charge of what they of what someone else tells you to be in charge of.
Exactly. Vanessa's just like, here, cut this up, and I will cut it up. And
I'll
then
cut
she
the shit out of
stir-fries
it.
And then she stir fries the shit out of everything because she's a great cook, and I love her.
I was gonna say, get yourself a cast
Stir-
iron skillet.
Yeah, get yourself a cast iron skillet, like a big old, like one of the big, like hefty pot. Learn how to stir fry. Stir fries will last you days. Put it over. Put it
Were you
over.
trying to
some
say a
rice.
wok?
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, a wok.
Did he walk?
Shitty wok.
Did he walk?
Yeah, I've been doing like a chicken thighs and a cast iron skillet, and then throw them in the oven for like 10 minutes afterwards. So like you just get the skin crispy, and then you throw it in the oven. It cooks the inside.
I've
Yeah,
also got some good
ironically-
recipes that I could send your way. That would be pretty.
So ironically, I'm not bad at grilling. I'm okay at grilling.
Never tried.
But-
We don't have a grill, so.
But apparently grilling is easier than trying to actually cook things like normally.
Well, to be fair, when I saw that topic of Ember can't cook, I thought that story was going to be a lot worse. I thought that story was going to be like the fire department showed up and shit.
Like
I
a
had that
certain
happen one time.
someone.
I may not be able to cook, but I still work in a bakery.
Wait, how do you
so
know?
I
We
know how
were.
to-
You guys told us that story.
You fucking called me.
You know how to make
Did
cake.
I?
You just don't know how
Yes.
to like cook meat.
I don't remember that.
Well,
Yeah,
Steve, I'm
so-
pretty sure we were there in Discord when you told
yeah,
her.
because you call. I think what happened
No,
was
this was long
was-
before we
No,
had
here's
it.
what happened, y'all. Here's what happened.
No, wait. You don't get to tell my story.
tell both. You guys can tell each of your side of the story.
No. Basically, what happened is like I think it was like New Year's Day. It was like New Year's Day. I wanted I'm gonna cook some bacon. Would turn out a lot. The heat was up way too high to cook the bacon, so it was really smoky. I, like a dumbass, I decided, I'm gonna open the door to the hallway instead of the door that
To
goes
your patio.
outside. Instead of the door that goes outside, so it vented it into the hallway, triggering the smoke alarm. So I'm just like, oh god. I don't remember calling you.
No, you called me because here's what happened.
I'm
You're
sure
like,
I did, but
Is there an emergency number for maintenance?
oh
that you
yeah.
Can, and I'm like, I don't have anything like that. I'm sorry. And you're like, well, this is a way to start off the new year. And I'm like,
So the
okay,
fire
bud.
department showed up. They basically just had to come in my apartment, look around, make sure nothing was, actually on fire. And of course, by that time, my breakfast was cold. So
No, but
Tell
the
her
funny
dumb
thing
story.
was literally after I hung up with you,
Okay.
I was like, I wonder if the fire department came. Opens window. sees
Wee
fire trucks.
That's funny.
That
yeah.
so, Mike, if it makes you feel any better, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't actually burn anything. I just got the fire department over. My breakfast was perfectly edible.
Also, low key, just for anyone trying to learn how to cook or cooking, Google
Google
Google some recipes. Just even if it's
Yeah.
something you think you know how to do, just
Yeah.
I
Also-
pull up the same Google recipes like all the time still, just because I want to reassure myself I'm doing the right thing.
Oh, also, if
Freeze
anyone,
your meats as soon as you get 'em.
Yes,
if you
or
can,
freeze them.
if you can afford it, one of those like combination,
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
no, what? No. Um,
KFC, Taco Bell.
oh, for fuck's sake.
Combination
it's
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Hold on. I gotta figure out what it actually is. It's
He's gone.
it's a Ninja. It's
How can I hear him
what
when
is-
he's not in
what's it
front of his
called? Hold on.
computer?
He's got a wireless headset.
I know.
Yeah, wireless.
Magic.
It's
Witchcraft.
It's like a combination pressure cooker like air fryer.
Oh,
It's
nice.
kind of expensive, but you can make so many fucking
And
things
you've
in it.
lost me.
100% recommend. What?
And you've lost me.
The kind of expensive. part.
Expensive? You've lost me.
Yeah, like I mean, I think it's like 300 some. I mean,
Yeah, that's
like-
too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
yeah, it's fair. But like, if you can, we got ours gifted to us because Vanessa's parents are wonderful people.
I do eventually want like an instant pot or pressure cooker.
Oh, dude, like instant, like this is what we have. If you can afford it, would recommend it. It's I would pays for itself is kind of cliche, but
We have a
like
crock
you-
pot.
crockpots are dope.
Crockpots are
But
awesome.
air fryers are amazing. We've made like ribs. We've made ribs in this thing, and they turned out
Ooh.
great. They kind of come out a little gray looking, but once you kind of
Ribs.
get the sauce on there, ribs. I love it how you picked that up and you didn't even go to my high school.
Yep.
I actually went back to astronomy club to hang out with that teacher a few. Oh fuck me, more than a year ago.
Hmm.
Oh, that's time has no meaning. Yeah, but yeah, astronomy club was great. I love astronomy club. Anyway, would
sorry,
recommend air fryer pressure cookers. Those recipes are dope and they're easy and you can cook them while you're out of the house.
Nice. Same thing with crockpots.
Yeah,
Before we move on to the next topic, I have some more breaking news.
Oh.
Okay, actress Gina Carano, known for playing Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, has been fired.
Yes.
Kind of. Yes. The subject of much criticism recently when, in a now deleted Instagram post, she compared being a modern day Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust.
Oh my god! I think I just pulled a muscle. I think I
That's
just
my
pulled a
Jess
muscle in
energy
my
girl.
eye.
So,
Oh,
bye, Felicia.
she's also an anti-masker and just Trump supporter, and like I love Cara Dune in the first season of The Mandalorian is fucking great, but like
The second, she just
like
kind of
now
like,
the fact like I have a genuine problem with like disassociating like actors with their roles, so I could not enjoy her in the second season at all because I know Gina Carano's kind of a shitty person. So as much as I like Cara Dune, just kind of
Weren't they gonna do a Cara Dune show?
Not anymore.
No. There,
it was not squadrons, but they were gonna do like a show that
Rangers.
was like,
It was
yeah.
like I speculated on it. I thought it was just me, Rangers of the New Republic or something like that.
Which probably would have had her in it, but not anymore.
It kind of looked like they were going to be like with the way they were tossing. Like, wait, did you finish Mandalorian season 2? The way they handed her like a badge or something like that in there, I kind of thought that was where they were going with it. But
that was the very beginning. That was episode 1 or 2 of season 2.
Oh no, it's whenever they. Yeah, maybe I don't know. They were only her and Carl Weathers are only in one episode, so 2.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's near the beginning though.
Such a great season though. Fuck me.
Yeah, it is a good season.
What? You disagree?
Sad. No, I don't want to fuck you.
Mutual.
Okay.
He's getting weird here.
Tired.
Quick.
She brought it up.
That's fair. Quick video game news. Steam, which was previously not available in China, launched in China today.
Neat.
Guess how many games are on the Chinese Steam library?
1.
3.
At least 3.
Yeah, at least 3. Yeah.
Several thousand, I'm gonna say.
Well, so in the US, there are 20,000 games on Steam. About.
Holy, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
which
a lot of games.
That's
Seems legit.
in the
That
Chinese
seems like a low number.
Anyway.
in the Chinese Steam market, there are 53.
Well, yeah. Communism.
Every one of those games has to be like scanned by the Chinese government.
Yeah.
The biggest one I think is Counter-Strike Go is available in China.
Oh yeah, I think the Chinese would have rioted if they didn't let that one over.
Dota 2, I think was another one.
It would have gone just as well as you thought it would have.
They have a lot of weird maturity requirements. Like there's a lot of anime
at least 3.
There's a lot of like anime that are banned in China too. Like Attack on Titan is banned there. So
I just want to put it in perspective. How many games were released for 360? 2,154 games.
Cool.
Damn, son.
That's 20,000 Steam games versus 2,000 Xbox 360 games. I just wanted perspective.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I would probably say 18,000 of those are like small indie games that probably no one's ever like has like a player base of like 5 people or so.
There are a decent amount of those.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm hating on those games, but like that's what I'm thinking that'll
Sounds like
probably
you're
puff
hating
up
on
the
those
numbers.
games.
Absolutely not.
Some of my favorite games start off as like small indie games. I want to ask Kring about Dogecoin now, Ryan. I'm very tempted to respond to his tweet, be like, "What do you think about Dogecoin's future?"
You should probably listen to his presentation.
Do you think he
His,
posts them on
thing.
for like everyone?
It may be on his website.
Hmm.
You do remember he has a website.
To be fair, yeah, the Steam library also includes things back from like the 80s and the 90s. So I guess it is unfair to compare it to the 360 because 360.
Travels through time.
Yep,
But
but
still-
Are you playing Putt Putt, Christine?
she
No,
was
but
though.
that's
You
still
beat it in like
a
what 30
good
minutes?
Yeah, the one that I did was Putt Goes to the Zoo, and he beat it in like 25 minutes.
Putt Putt Saves the Zoo is some good.
It is.
You give a
Played that one?
snake hot chocolate to warm him up. You gotta save the baby.
Oh yeah, definitely played that one. You just triggered a memory that I didn't know I had.
You're welcome.
What?
We're running low on time.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up.
We have all the time in the world.
One thing I did want to mention is that Steve, you and I were kind of talking about on Twitter about like the whole like graphics versus gameplay a little bit. We're talking about Valheim.
Honestly, though, as long as the gameplay is good, I don't really care that much.
Yeah,
like,
and so
You care.
grown a little bit. Like, I play No Man's Sky. The graphics in No Man's Sky aren't like my fucking mind blowing, but it's one of my favorite games.
So the whole thing is, so I was talking about like when like 2 releases this month or two, like Cyberpunk 2077 looks beautiful, plays like
Plays
dog
like
boo.
dog shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you got Valheim, which looks okay but plays really great. Like Valheim still has some like bugs and stuff, but that's just because it's early access. But like the weird thing about Valheim I was finding was that it's very disorienting because like the water and the sky look fucking beautiful, but like the textures on everything else, like the trees and stuff, just looks like really pixely. And it's a little low poly because they wanted to keep the game size down.
Why?
Because it's less than a gig.
So that it can
well,
fit,
yes, but why do they want to keep the game size down? Like,
that more people can play it.
Yeah, so it's more accessible
I mean,
and
I
like,
guess.
well, it's also just the fact that like it's accessible, it's cheap, it's easier for them to design. It makes it easier to run on computers, which makes it more accessible to more people. Think about it. Cyberpunk 2077, there's such a
Not at all.
small amount of people on PC that can
That is
actually play it
true.
well, like that can run it at its full potential, versus like Valheim, which can be run by like people on probably pretty old laptops. So like your market is huge
Hey, you
compared
could
to
probably
like,
play it on your old laptop.
oh maybe,
See,
I don't know.
to me, in terms of like the
Not that you
tiers
could.
of like gameplay, gameplay over graphics for sure, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
true test of a video game is the level of immersion, and that immersion can be brought in by gameplay or even story. Like, for example, like there are horror games that have some shittier controls, but they do that for the sense of immersion with the level of helplessness that you feel to create that type of effect.
Yeah.
And there are some other games where it's like they may not look as pretty, but they play well. And I
play.
still maintain that if you have a particular art style, it ages a lot better than
Oh, 100%.
like Wind Waker versus Twilight Princess.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
haven't played Twilight Princess. I remember it looking okay.
Or hell, look at Minecraft. Minecraft still looks and runs great because that's how it's supposed to look and run.
The first Borderlands game, I'd argue.
Yeah, because those are
Yeah,
very
and-
stylized.
Yeah, and with games becoming more story driven too, like if it's got a good story, it just brings you right in. So it just the level of immersion. But for
Going
me,
back to like stuff like the first Half-Life game is kind of tough because not only is the graphics shit, but the gameplay is like super archaic.
It doesn't age well.
No, like even like the like remaster, the unofficial remaster, Black Mesa isn't. I've been trying to complete that for ages, but I just keep losing interest because let's be honest, the first Half-Life game just isn't that interesting. Like there's not a lot of story to drag you along with. Half-Life
Mhm.
2 is a different story where even like for a game from 2004, the graphics are still pretty damn good.
Oh fuck me, that was 2004.
Yeah, the orange box. Yeah, Half-Life 2 and the orange box came out in 2004. I
Oh,
think
I
the episodes came out I think
I
the last one came
remember.
out in like 2008.
But damn, that just aged.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
I
like,
but like the Half-Life 2, even if the graphics aren't as good, the gameplay is really good and the story is fun. So like that drags. It really depends on the game. I used to say I'm kind of a graphics whore, and don't get me wrong, graphics definitely help. But like it's not as I said, No Man's Sky isn't the best looking game under the stars, but like its gameplay loop is a lot of fun, and it is kind of my I don't feel like going to something too hardcore. I'm gonna go exploring in No Man's Sky for like half an hour.
Nice.
Good game.
well, I think there's also, just to take it to a deeper level, you have to segment graphics versus art design, because those
Yeah.
are also two very different. For example, while it's not out yet, Halo Infinite has mediocre graphics but really solid art design. It looks okay. It's got this nice poppy texture to it. Or even better, the original Halo.
Yeah.
Not great graphics, but really good art design. It's got a nice color palette to it. The design is strong, looks good.
Not
Meanwhile,
oversaturated with
something
blue.
like Halo 4, great graphics, not great art design.
Oh, okay.
Let's throw random ass
okay,
textures on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait a second. So what's wrong with what's the difference between Halo 1 and Halo 4 in terms of art design? Are they basically the same thing?
4 feels
considering
lazy.
not even close.
Yeah.
4
I
is
haven't
super
played Halo
lazy.
4, so
No, I wouldn't even say
know why I
I
just
wouldn't
said
say
yeah, I
any
don't
of the
know.
Halo games are similar in terms of art design. They all have a very
I don't know what I'm
distinct flavor
talking
to
about.
them.
I just agreed
guess.
randomly.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do
Like,
butt stuff? Oh yeah, sure. Why
especially,
not?
I would say
What?
Is that how you segue into butt stuff? Is that what you need to do?
Can we focus?
What
for
just
a second here?
happened?
the first Halo has a much different art design than all of the other Halos. It is
I'll-
much,
Halo reminds me of butt stuff.
but
Stuff.
in any case, if
Kevin's gonna kill me
graphical
later.
fidelity is not something I put a huge emphasis on.
I think my
personally.
best
I put-
example would be Breath of the Breath of the Wilds. Like Breath of the Wild is not a graphically impressive
Yeah,
game, but
that's
it's
a
got
great
a very
example.
distinct
Breath
style.
of the Wild has fantastic art design.
Oh, yeah.
Great color direction. The
I can't even
way
say
that
what has
things are
good art
laid out
design.
is really
'Cause it's
cool
bad.
looking.
On
Got some
Twitch.
great cinematic elements to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Should I?
That's why there's
No.
so much fucking fan art
Were
of
you
Breath
gonna
of the Wild.
stream Breath
That
of the
game
Wild?
came out what, like
You should.
how long ago did
Oh, no,
Breath
you're
of the Wild
One
starting
come
year
on
out?
ago
spot.
now because it was
Okay.
7.
It was
What?
a Switch
And it-
launch title, I think.
And it's still producing shit tons of fan art and just fan content. It's
Breath of the
I
Wild?
think an argument can be made for Among Us as well.
Among Us. Oh my god. There's a whole thing on TikTok with a guy that's pretending to be a corpse, which it's great.
What?
Yeah,
So go ahead.
I
Mike.
was just for what Among Us is, it has really solid art design.
Yeah.
Exactly, but like
Do you-
it's a phone game
do you-
at its heart, and the graphics are like hand drawn. So
I mean, still, that's really good hand drawn. And
oh
also,
yeah,
those
I'm not
things,
hating, but like it's
when
got a
we-
style.
when we play Among Us, we're 3.5 feet tall.
So
Those
that's
things
the
are
So they were
short.
taller.
No, they're
I mean,
3.5
Oh,
feet
sorry.
tall.
It's
Couple of
the
inches
Fall
up
Guys
from
beans that
actual
are
height.
6 feet.
Yeah, the Fall Guys beans are huge.
Yeah, the beans and Fall Guys are 6 feet tall.
And then you got Among Us, and they're like, eh.
That's me. I am the beans from Among Us.
Can
That's
we
only
pull
a
up
couple
the
inches off from my actual height.
Can we pull up the anatomical layout
Oh,
of the
Oh,
Fall Guy?
yeah, hold on.
Oh,
Fall Guys and Among Us, or just Fall Guys?
No.
Okay.
No, Kevin
Yeah,
knows
they-
what I'm talking about.
Fall Guys anatomy. The official Fall Guys Twitter tweeted about the Fall Guys anatomy.
That's
It is-
hilarious.
Terrifying.
Fucking terrifying. But I'm just going
Ew.
through my Steam list, but like
The eyes are the worst.
Hold on.
I told Vanessa that Gina Carano got fired, and she sent me a thumbs up.
Fall Guy for Smash.
But like other stuff with like the more realistic tone, like you go back and play Assassin's Creed 2, and you're probably just gonna go, "Oh God."
Well,
Like-
a lot of
No, I played
There's a-
Assassin's Creed 2, and I wasn't too.
That's what a Fall Guy
maybe
is.
not. Oh God, but it definitely won't age as well as something like
Black
as-
Flag.
uh,
well, a lot of, especially when you look into like just
Oh,
game
God.
criticism of the time. Yes, that's the Fall Guy. He is terrifying.
Oh.
Some sort of weird
But-
bird
thanks, I hate it.
person.
And he's
But-
fat, or not? It's not even fat. It's just his entire suit.
Look at his eyes too. His eyes like pop
Yeah,
out
the
of his
eyes are the
head.
worst part.
Thanks. I hate it. You're
it.
welcome, Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks, I very
Yeah.
much hate it.
But
Look at
yeah,
that
specifically
camera.
with the seventh gen games, there was a movement towards realism, and the people who actually like good art design in games fucking hated it. There's
Yeah.
the reason the term seventh gen piss filter exists.
Hmm.
Which one is seventh
Well,
gen
what-
again?
So
okay,
you're
then,
talking
yeah, I'm about
about
to say,
like
what's seventh
Assassin's
gen?
Creed?
That's the 360 PS3.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
I
the-
could.
Seventh gen piss filter, that's what GTA 4 looked.
I was just listening to a podcast that was kind of discussing this,
Oh.
where like these days, like which was the Call of Duty with Kevin Spacey in it?
Oh, that was Ghosts, I think.
Yeah, well, because like that's a Kevin Spacey ass looking Kevin Spacey. It looks like fucking Kevin Spacey, but like if you go back and like or
Yeah.
like if anyone's seen the trailer for Far Cry 6, like given it's just a CG trailer, but that is straight up Giancarlo Esposito like in animated form. Like they're getting really fucking good at doing that these days.
Yeah.
Like realism these days is I'm not sure
But
we'll
the
ever
game
go
is
back
boring.
When was
we're-
Far Cry 6 announced?
months ago.
Yeah. there was
Speaking of, I
really-
finished the
Oh,
main story
God.
for Far Cry 5. That's fine.
I haven't
But
played a
most-
single Far Cry game since 3.
But most
I need to
Call
play
of
Far Cry
Duties
again.
are really boring to look at because they
Well-
don't have great art design.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but like from a realism standpoint, I don't think we're going to look back on games from this generation and go, "Ugh, that looks terrible," because they're like, other than a little bit of Uncanny Valley, there's like it's like they look pretty damn good.
If you compare them to stuff that's going to come out 5 years from now, I think you will.
Maybe I might. Kind of hope I do, but
So wait, in Far Cry 6, do you play as the young kid?
no.
Oh.
I think the young kid's like one of the bad guys.
Or they're gonna.
He
I
grows
think-
up to be the bad guy in 3, I think it looks like.
What? No.
Oh, maybe that was a fan theory. I thought I just saw.
Yeah,
a
no.
comparison of-
We don't know anything about it yet. All we know is Giancarlo Esposito is going to be the bad guy, and he is the most typecast actor. I do not give a fuck because he's just so good at it.
Yeah.
There's an Onion article, or hold on,
Yeah, he's pretty much the perfect bad guy. He's great at Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's great in the Mandalorian. There's an Onion there's an Onion article with the title "Introduction of Giancarlo Esposito suggests main character now totally fucked."
Nah.
He's great on The Boys. He's great on The Mandalorian. I'm told he's great on Breaking Bad, but I've never watched it.
Wait, sorry. Who's the actor? My brain.
Giancarlo Esposito, you know him. He's
He's
Moff
Moff Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
The guy with the dark saber.
What was he in Breaking Bad?
Gus.
Shit, yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I haven't watched Breaking Bad. I probably never will, but I've heard he's great,
Oh,
and I
you
know
should
he
watch
gets
Breaking
half of
Bad,
his
it's
face
good.
blown off.
Spoiler.
That's a
Should.
spoiler.
I haven't seen it yet. Spoiler. Thanks.
Okay, sure, Kevin. Anyway, Giancarlo Esposito's dope. Fight me if you disagree.
Nope.
Okay. I think that's a good place to wrap up. Anyone got any closing thoughts or arguments?
Penis.
I was gonna. Say
I can agree with
along-
that statement.
I was gonna say
Penis.
along those lines. apparently the Mass Effect remake is.
Oh yeah, you didn't bring that up, Kevin.
Again, my goal is not to go through everything on the topic list, just what we have time for.
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious as to what your parentheses minus booty mean.
So I originally had put it in as a joke, the M Effect remake because they removed the ass. So basically, what they did with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is that they took out a lot of the gratuitous ass shots, especially the one from the
Rude.
big one from
Miranda.
yeah, the Miranda one. I
Oh,
think
what? I was about to say, what do you mean? Did they delete Miranda Lawson from the game?
they didn't delete her. They just changed the camera angle so it's not as focused on her ass.
I am very unhappy with this.
Well, you're a pig about it, so. And they also, like, I guess, because since they made FemShep a little bit more like her, since they pretty much, I'm sorry, my brain is exploding because I can't quite find the right word. Basically, since the FemShep animations are just the male shep animations, but put on a female model, it looks a little awkward. So they made her FemShep animation a little bit more natural.
I wish they had just added more male ass shots instead of just taking out the
Hey,
female
equal
ass.
opportunity.
I like the
That would have been
booty.
much better. Just all ass. Every cinematic, every
You okay with
cutscene
that?
is just ass first.
Yes.
Butts,
Butts,
butts, and
butts.
butts, and butts.
Instead of
butts,
Mass
butts,
Effect, it's
butts.
just massive booty.
Massive
I guarantee
booty.
you there's going to be a mod that is going to restore the camera
Don't give me a
angle.
Mass Effect.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh.
And those horny fucks can restore the horny angle as they want. But I think it's neat that they're at least trying.
Let's objectify everyone equally.
I like that.
Yeah.
Christine, I like that.
I can get behind that.
We want butt. Me want butt in face.
Me like
Steve,
the booty.
I can't.
If they're going to show us Miranda's butt, they have to show us Garrus's butt too.
Ass
Okay, what
effect.
kind of
Ass
butt?
effect.
Yeah.
Or mass
what kind of
ass.
butt
How's
you
that?
think?
Or
Yeah.
who's
Mass ass effect.
who's the male equivalent to Miranda? Maybe Thane, the green guy.
Oh god, no! I don't want to see Thane.
Oh yeah,
I
ass
can't
effect.
remember
Yeah,
anything
yep.
about Mass Effect. I watched an LP of that like 10 years ago.
I
Yeah,
know nothing.
I know
about Mass
exactly
Effect.
nothing of Mass Effect.
I know people were disappointed with the ending of Mass Effect 3.
I am. Yeah,
That's all I know.
Oh,
Only
oh,
that
oh! The
because
color
they
of the
did
explosion. Yeah. The RT podcast covered the explosion
Yeah, your RT podcast.
in the different colors,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's more Bernie had specific complaints about like the story ending.
Yeah, but
I
it's just
saw
different
the
colors of the
ending-
explosion.
I saw the ending. I watched like full playthroughs of it back in the day. It could have been better. It could
Well,
have been
I'm pretty
very
sure
much
the main
better.
complaint was no matter what you did in the game, no matter what choices you made, the ending was
always gonna be
always
the
the same.
Oh,
The only difference
Yeah.
is the color of the explosion changes.
that's dumb.
I think
There are
okay.
some differences as to whether I think in some like a lot like your entire crew dies, another one your crew survives, and if you get a really good one, Shep survives too.
Oh, spoiler.
Whoa. I
don't
was
think
never gonna
there's
play
an
that
ending
game.
There's one where it's like implied where you see like an arm move or something like that. I think you might have to get like 100% the game to get that, but don't quote me on that because again, never played Mass Effect, so.
You have to take photos of every single character's ass.
Will do.
Male and female and alien.
I will do that.
Ah, yes, the third gender, alien.
Alien.
I identify as alien.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining us for
That
another
about wraps up
exciting
the podcast.
for another exciting week of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcasting.
Hey,
We'll be back on Friday with something I don't know, and
Stardew
then
Valley.
probably Stardew Valley.
I don't know.
I don't know. Saturday and Sunday, meh. So yeah, make
We're
sure
so organized around here.
every other day is organized. Make sure you guys are following so you know when I go live next, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.
I've been in this chair so long, my ass is gone.
Ass Effect 3.